You still have friends on the Raiders?
I got a couple, yeah. You know, I knew Carr pretty well, was his center, and you know, Carr's a great guy, great quarterback, and you know, look forward to playing him and some of those guys I know.
What do you make of his season this year? It hasn't been what you hoped.
I mean, I didn't follow him that closely, to be honest, but sounded like, from what I've heard, you know, obviously not his best stuff maybe, but maybe it wasn't entirely, you know, on him. And that's, you know, an outsider's perspective. I don't know much, but from, you know, being there with him for a year and knowing what he's capable of, I know he's definitely one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and I expect him to be that, you know, for a long time.
You're in a unique circumstance in this game as a team because, you know, you could enter the game and have the 1 seed sewn up, yet you could take the field and have to play for it. Does that change anything at all in terms of preparation or approach?
I mean, we put everything we've got into every game, you know, no matter what. Obviously, we want to win this one and have the 1 seed locked up. You'd rather not have it go down to the last game, but, you know, obviously, if we got to, you know, win against Dallas, you know, then that's what it comes down to. But we'll definitely, you know, pour everything into this one, trying to lock it up now.
What would home field throughout mean to this team?
It'd be huge. I mean, we're undefeated at home, you know, so far this year. I think we play really well at home. Our margin of victory at home is probably really good. Just trying to guess from my memory, but this crowd's awesome. The Philly fans are great, and our defense has played really well when we're at home. And I definitely like our chances against anybody if we can play them here at the Link.
Thanks, man.
Did you do everything at practice today? I mean,
I was, you know, limited.
Okay. All right. So how does the ankle? How does it feel?
It's getting better every day.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And my other question, you were playing for the Raiders.
Yeah.
Those put up all those.
I was. Yeah.
What was that day like?
Thanks for bringing up a good memory.
Yeah. But I mean, what was that like? Because I mean, it was like, what was it like? Yeah.
Well, honestly, we got our butt kicked a lot that year, but that was probably the worst one. I think in the second quarter, the game was kind of already over, you know. We were down by, 4 touchdowns or something. So at that point, it's not a lot of fun to be on the other team. You're just kind of trying to put some good effort in, try to finish, and not look bad and not hurt yourself. But those are definitely not fun to be on the other side of.
Did you know Nick Foles before that day? Did you know much about him?
I didn't know much about him, no.
Okay.
After that game, I knew he was a pretty darn good quarterback.
Right. Did you know much about the record? I mean, it was one of those deals, you know, it's almost like you can be counting, right?
Yeah, I mean, as the game's going, you know, you're not thinking about it, obviously, but when you look back on it, you're like, did that guy, he threw a ridiculous amount of touchdown passes, and obviously it turned out to be 7, but, I mean, it was a bad day from the Raiders' perspective, obviously.
Didn't you always want to be a part of history, though, in some way?
No one wants to be on the bad side. I think I was also on the most penalized team in history as a Raider, so
is that right?
It's another way to be on the bad side of history.
Okay.
It's not one you brag about too much. I think that was 2011.
Okay. It's pretty remarkable this year to have, you know, what happened with Wentz, and then the Eagles just come up with Nick Foles. I mean, and he comes in and throws 4 touchdown passes. I think he's gotten everybody kind of put at ease, you know, as the basketball games.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all believed in Nick, you know, before last week. Obviously, that only helped our confidence grow in him. But a lot of guys that are on this team now played with Nick, you know, years ago when he was, you know, whatever, he threw 27 touchdowns and 2 picks, something like that. So,
same year.
Yeah, guys are on this team that saw that in person, so those guys already believed in him, and I think we already believed in him before, but, you know, the more he plays well, just the more our confidence will grow.
It's been an interesting season for you. If you had to tell somebody how this season went, what would you say?
It's been a roller coaster, that's for sure.
Okay.
Started at the bottom and back up to a high for a while. You know, getting hurt stinks, but it's part of the game, and you know, hopefully I'll be able to play this week and finish out the season healthy and playing well.
Have you ever played on Christmas Day before?
No.
You excited at the possibility?
I think most of us would rather play Christmas Eve and enjoy Christmas with our families, but if they draw it up, we'll play wherever, you know, whenever.